Good morning, good afternoon, good night, whatever time of day it is for you. My name is Justin Coolimp and a whole host of names. And I just got done laughing at something that is supremely silly. Real quick, back in the, about a decade ago, I used to watch a lot of skeptic material. Mostly I like watching people deconstruct bad faith arguments and poor arguments. Ask anyone in my family, I love to argue and I love to debate. And he right on the nose for most of these. He did something that's so absurd. Some of these guys do some absurd things and they go out of their way to make long-winded jokes. See, what this was really about a decade ago when I was first thinking about this character was X, Y, and Z. And I'm going, no, you didn't. Not arms race. Bounty blood, okay.
Outlaws. Bounty. That's all I need to hear. Count me in.
You see, back then, I hadn't... Ooh. No. I need a non-elemental weapon for possible resistances. Oh my. Yeah. Armored Skeptic turns into computerized dark.
No time to waste when there's a
And if you don't believe me, I've been planning this for 8 years. When I first started this was my original idea, is to make my name an anagram of computerized arc. I am the amused. And I couldn't help myself. I'm like, hey man, you might want to be careful. Most people can't tell pose anymore.
Have a look at that crystal, will you?
And, people might believe you believe this shit. I'm used to some deep writing on characters. I'm also used to undeep writing on characters as well. But I do not see a YouTube personality going that far for it.
I suppose you think you've heard every story in the stars by now.
I have, at least in the
Stories
same
of
game.
War, lawlessness, death. After all,
Oh
can't
no, I'm
kick
one
over a
expansion.
rock in this galaxy without finding some blood underneath.
Borderlands.
That said, this story's bloodier than most. It's about a town, little scrap of barely anything, holding on for dear life on a rock named Gehenna. Good folk.
Border month. I grabbed the wrong DLC, but you know what? I'm already here. I'll do Blood, Love, and Tentacles tomorrow morning.
Hot as spent powder. Smelled like it, too. Seems the Vault Hunter's boots taste
Are you going to be down there for a whole month?
down to see a sheriff about a bounty. Ain't that the damnedest thing? Someone was whistling.
Come on, Rose. Get your booty down here.
Over here. Don't mind my devil. He won't bite. Unless I tell him to. Easy, Toge.
Take a look at that arm.
They don't mean us no harm. So, you must be the one who just crashed in a heap of dust and dew. You here for the sheriff's bounty, or do you have other business on hand? Yep. Here for the
Yeah, to play it from Borderlands 1 to playing all the story-based DLC to Borderlands 3, without sitting down and playing it like straight through, yeah, it takes a while.
You can follow me if you like. Come on, Toge. I raised that devil to burn. His name's
What we got here?
Sure.
Ooh.
That was nice with that bounty. But the way I see things,
I'll hold on to that for a moment.
tried his own defense.
Come on. Get the guys out here so I can start killing things.
Go with it, Cole. I'll draw him out. Well, go on, gunslinger. I want to see how you come.
So are you back home now, or are you somewhere else? Sorry, I just want to kill Toge now. How am I doing on the... Oh, I'm doing fine on the Immolation Devils. Oh, I know what I forgot to do. Come on. Die. There we go. Come on, Iron Cub.
Gunslinger like you could come in handy. But I only ride with the best.
Always nice to be home.
Yeah, that's me. I kick ass.
I actually had to...
for a living.
Okay,
In business.
so
Is that
my...
well? Still a ways to
I consider it to be my last 3 jobs.
What'd you find?
My last 3, like, real honest employment. The health insurance company, the automobile insurance company, and my new job.
Ooh,
All of them are at I-10 in Dazavala or Fredericksburg. All 3 of them. Like, I had to go and get my badge today. And, by the way, my badge certifies me as an alpha. I couldn't help it. So my badge for work, like my standard work badge, just it says alpha on it. And I'm sure it's some type of clearance, but yeah. Like my last 3 jobs is in that area.
come on. Town's this way. Only the strongest survive.
But yeah,
Lots of folks in town can defend themselves. You might ask yourself if your life's at that point.
last
They're protecting something.
what 4 or 5 years of my life has been working at that place. Come on, where's the next one at? Hi.
Scrub.
You're not that invisible. Yep. So this machine gun obviously is fire damage, but it also does explosive damage.
What'd you find, Toge?
So
You see that gun?
my
What do you think of my
ammo has a chance to regenerate, as well as my grenades.
He's no Iron Bear, but he seems like a good companion.
Yeah. Well-behaved little devil, isn't he? Nice.
And Mose, the character I'm playing, is actually a former Vladov warrior, soldier, in what's called the Ursa Corps.
Damn it! Put him down quick.
This game also, because I know you don't know this, uses things called anointments. So under certain conditions, you have like bonuses to different things. This particular weapon, anytime Iron Cub is out, which is my action skill, I do double damage. And this weapon has a very high chance of in 2.4.
Ugh. Damn shame.
Are you raising funds to buy an A10 Warthog?
I'm trying to save you, damn it. Toge, that leg ain't never gonna heal right.
I don't blame you. Alright. Since you're here, you can confirm that this is one of my rules. If we're role-playing together and I'm running a game and you say I try to do something simple,
I knew it.
do I make you roll for it?
Perfect specimen.
Like rolling to open a door.
Catch a devil before it hatches. You can raise it as your own. And if you're really lucky, it won't take a bite out of you when it's older. Of course, Sheriff made it against the law to raise a devil. But he ain't here. Town ain't far now. I don't live there myself. My pets aren't welcome. I just come through from time to time for supplies. Would you look at that? Old bastard locked the gate to town. Luckily,
So I actually do make TikToks every now and then, right?
wouldn't want to keep the sheriff.
But one of the things is, it was a TikTok asking what is a house rule you think everyone should know, and I'm like, if you say you're going to do something, that's a normal thing to do, no roll. If you say you try to do something, completely different.
Hold your fire, you baka bastards! That ain't a devil rider. Hey there, Tomodachi. I'm tied to some sheriff's deputies. Come here.
I haven't played Rifts in a long time.
Well, look at you. Strutting into my town like a rough...
Vampire can be nice. The new V5, as much as I personally dislike it,
You're paying, I'm shooting.
seems to be very more newcomer friendly.
Hope you're tougher than the last bounty hunters that came through.
Like, where is it at?
Anyway, I'll go
This, as you can tell,
bounty hunter in town.
let me see over here. This is the 20th edition book.
But hey,
It's thick.
to town. And stay
If you take it comparison to the
might have some trouble of our own.
the old school Masquerade books,
If he shot his gun as fast as he ran his mouth, maybe things would have turned out differently.
ooh, no one needs to see that. That's a lot skinnier. Oh, that was not the actual certification. Okay. So Vampire 20th contains everything from the revised edition, including all the like offshoot clans, like all the different little bloodlines. Those are all in there, and I mean all of them, all of the official ones. Same thing applies to like the Sabbat stuff. All the Sabbat stuff's in there.
Respectable town.
So forth and so on. It is thick because it has everything.
Knowledge and get the lay of the land. So figured the vault.
Yeah, werewolves were pretty big. A little bit thicker than the vampire book, but this is my I had to rebuy this one because I lost it somewhere along the way. That's a pretty thick book. I even have a Wild West book. I don't remember the printing order. I think it was VTM 1, VTM 2,
Clientele and
Mage 1, then Werewolf 1.
not a bad place to air the tools.
Before it got to the rest of it.
No sign of the sheriff. Vault hunter made friends with the locals.
Couldn't even rightly call this swell a drink. Don't you sell me devil piss and call it a beverage, Linda.
The question was,
Yeah,
how to get the
I could send you a picture.
You gonna let him talk to you? Listen up. Name's Mose. I'm here about the bounty.
Oh, Mage. Okay,
What in the
so on my bookshelf here,
my favorite song?
right over here,
Damn outsiders.
I have Werewolf, I have Vampire,
On your word.
I have Wraith,
Sheriff
I have Hunter, I had the first editions of the World of Darkness and Vampire the Requiem because I bought them a long time ago. I have D&D second edition.
Come on, let's knock some knuckles, outsider.
Um,
Are you scared?
I found a collector's edition of Vampire Dark Ages that even the official...
Drunk William was the only asshole here, except for maybe you. You leave him be.
It was a classic bar fight. All things considered it the old-fashioned way, rather than wasting bullets.
Okay, where's the other person? Oh, hold on. Let me punch you.
Oh, y'all get a hold of your damn selves. Especially you, Drunk William. Knock that crap off before I knock it out of you myself.
Yeah.
Linda,
I also have Exalted. I have the Gehenna book, which is the end of the World of Dark, the original World of Darkness. I have a collection of the Splat books for Werewolf. I still have the Shadowrun stuff we had, but we never had a core book for that.
and as for
Um, I even have Legend of the Five Rings, which I've never played. I started collecting for a while.
I've been fighting the Devil Riders since I was a young man. Around here,
Since I haven't been going out very often, I haven't been like adding to the collection. Oh yeah, I have several clan books. Ventru, Sedite, Ravnos, and Gangrel. Oh, I have Asimite too, as well as Cairo by Night. I even have some of the other stuff, like Hunters Hunted, Demon Hunter X, and Project Twilight.
Inbred mummer. Sheriff's called in all these roughnecks. Just people like you are too scared. Proper.
damn fools.
Maybe.
Have enough time
Um,
around here. Say, you want to take care of this one newcomer? Bet you can't.
Like, I don't remember what books you had back then. Like, I know you had Malkavian. Do I have Malkavian? No, I don't have Malkavian. The Cairo might be one that someone acquired, and that's the phrase I'm going to use because I'm on stream.
Let's get moving.
Quit looking at me, you aimless bastards. You're no friend.
Oh, it's gonna run out. I shouldn't have popped them in there. That's all right. But yeah, I'll send you a picture of my bookshelf later.
Thought old Pete had me sorted for a minute. Well, now that we've had our fun, it's time to talk business. The bounty's straight simple. Hunt those Devil Riders down, and I pay you for the pleasure. Hey, Sheriff.
I think we like didn't care back then who had which books,
Oh, I'm sorry, Sheriff.
Didn't mean anything by it, Sarah.
but I couldn't be specific with that.
Harsh place, I suppose, but safe enough here. Devils stay clear of town. Some folks say it's because of that, right there. The obsidian stone.
Do you think that's just the stone?
Now, I ain't the superstitious type, but if some stone gives the town peace of mind, fine by me. You know,
Yeah, probably went to one of the Davids.
but I'm
I forget who it was. I think Sean ripped one of my books, my Bassett book. And he was supposed to replace it. He never did, but it's one of those like, I don't care anymore type of things.
Devil Riders, blasted to ruin.
Come on. There we go. I'ma set you guys on fire. Hi. Oh, you think I'm staying down? Ain't that cute? It's like my doggos when they forget who's in charge.
Defend the town. Be like we got a choice in the matter.
I remember talking to one of those guys, and they like blatantly admitted to me that they had pocketed them. They never really bought them. It was one of those things that back then I didn't know how to take. So I just kind of left it at that. After all was said and done, though, I'm not sure how many of these books were from those days, or but it was one of those things that I had no real interest in, like, knowing back then. There were other things in similar veins like that where I knew something wrong was going on and I just kept my mouth shut. I'm not saying I'm right for it. I'm saying I'm wrong for what I did and I should have been a better person for it. But yeah. Just to have that on there.
Anybody counting?
Rotting would be, not the, is it? Yeah, the Semitic were the rotting ones, but they weren't Egyptian. They were more, Louisiana and voodoo style, and I think it had something, like, it's been a long time, I think it had something to do with the Curse of Salou. And let's see. Cappadocians, Shupuha. Yeah, it has to do with the Baron Samadi myth. Well, I just pulled up the page and confirmed.
You've got something of mine.
Newcomer. Newcomer. Find Juno. Badge is hers now.
There's a guy here on Twitch that what he does when he first started, he dressed up every stream with this ornate top hat, and he looked like a Samadhi. So he ended up getting the name the Baron from all the other World of Darkness streamers, because he always looked like he was in a Baron Samadhi cosplay.
Hey you, where's Juno?
She's up on the ridge. Get out here, Hatchet!
We just want to catch up.
Didn't seem as though fighting would be an issue for her.
Well, you ain't got no Devil Rider ink on you. State your business, stranger.
Sheriff's dead. Rose iced him.
Dead?
Prove it.
He gave me his badge.
No!
Said it's
Oh, the gunfire?
Badge, huh?
Dude, okay. I legit emailed Gearbox
Only one in town who ever trusted me.
and told them I want to write Borderlands 4. I have a synopsis,
If I pin this badge to my vest, the whole town
and
might kill
I really, really would love to write the next game.
Where the hell is Rose?
She's gone. Took the stone with her.
Now, I don't know if they're ever going to, like, acknowledge it or anything like that,
That's enough. You came here for the sheriff's bounty.
but yeah,
All
I actually said, hey, I will do this.
Betting I know where Rose took the stone. Devil Rider hide out in the asphalt pits. First, I got something you might need. This way. Devil Riders call this a breezer. Don't ask me how these things work, but they're a hell of a ride.
Just give me the jump juice.
Need this. Give it a try. See if you can get up on the rooftops. There you go.
Vault Hunter went flying like...
And what, you know, it's possible. They might actually respond and say yes. I doubt it. But you never know till you try. And as much as I complained, actually, at the moment, the first writer, the person who wrote Borderlands 1, wrote Borderlands 3. The person who wrote Borderlands 2 and the pre-sequel is Anthony Birch.
Far enough she didn't have to think about it too often.
And he and the CEO had a falling out. Like a really bad public falling out. So he wrote the synopsis for 3, had the falling out, and then the other guy came in and finished up the job. However, I don't know. You never know. I doubt it'll ever get read. I doubt I'll get a response even from the initial thing, but I mean, people have gotten crazier jobs for crazier reasons.
But time hadn't tamed the beast inside. Ain't that a sight? Not all the Devil Rider's mounts were flesh and blood. Some of them were fire and chrome. We called them
Yeah, they're not going to advertise whenever that one's going to... They start wanting a writer for it, though. That's kind of the catch.
dust clouds roamed across the blast plains.
Pitchford has said that he disliked... One of the things he dislikes about the modern cycle of game production... because what happens is you have all this hype built up for years, and if you don't meet the hype, then everyone's going to blast your game. A really good example is Kingdom Hearts 3. I would argue that is. Yeah, I have a general outline, but I'm not that type of writer. I'm a discovery writer. But I messaged them, said, hey, this is what I want to do. I want to work for you guys. I want to write the next Borderlands game. I know it's a few years off. Is there any way I can submit my own work to see if it would meet up to your standards? Sometimes you just kind of got to put yourself out there. Hell, that's what half of fucking streaming is, to be honest.
Ashfall Peaks. Butcher Rose's Den of Thieves was a ways up the mountain path. Good a place as any to start on that.
Like where I be... Ooh, what is this? We have a purple Master Blaster. No, that's not good, though. That's not my build. Oops, more ammo.
Word had gotten round about the sheriff's demise. The hideout was awash in the sounds of celebration. Bottles clinking,
Yeah, the problem is they're just not gonna, hey, we're looking for a new writer for Borderlands 4. Because they're not even gonna be talking about it for another 3 years. Because they're gonna give Wonderlands at least 2 years before they want to announce another game. That way they don't compete with themselves with the Borderlands series of games. Oh, I need to pull this guy out. There we go. Alright. Well, if you continue to listen, I'm going to continue talking about stuff. Like, I really think it would be interesting. Like, people have been seen in movies not because they went to an audition, but because they happened to be nearby. So it's for me, it's always worth it to at least throw it out there, see what happens. You know what? Worst comes to worst, literally is nothing comes of it. Best thing that can come of it. The best thing that can come of it is to someone sees it, they see my work, and maybe I get hired on it like a character writer or something like that. And even stuff like that would make me a happy person. Because I love gaming, I love writing. I really haven't been focusing on the writing because I've been trying to get a job that can help me retire. And speaking of, I need to think about my taxes this year. I need to pull up all those documents. And I need to do them in here in the next few days. Hi, Mr. Trying to go invisible on me. Wait. Oh, yeah, you gotta go up. That's right. Notch's devil. Shoot in the face a few times.
Back in.
Oh, that's right. I did not need... Oh, I do that every time.
That pleasure was reserved for the Vault Hunter.
Ah.
The Vault Hunter heard a cry.
Every year. So, every time I set something on fire, Iron Cub, fuel stops expending. So, it makes it worthwhile to set things on fire, and weapons like this work out very well. Plus, Iron Cub itself does a lot of fire damage. Everything on this character, except for my grenade, is fire, fire, fire.
Devil Riders don't take prisoners unless they got designs on them. You know,
Ooh. There you go, Silverado. Fire don't do a lot of damage to those armor plates of yours. Although, I think it's funny, this year's Madden is so bad. I don't know if I've talked about this on stream, that they actually gave it out for free. Like, it seems to be poorly optimized. It doesn't play well. And my favorite mode of those games is actually playing just a single character. That way I can play a middle linebacker and be a happy, happy person getting both make it badass interceptions and to sack the quarterback. The game is so bad that within months they actually gave it out for free on Twitch Prime. And I'm like, alrighty, then let's try this out. Free video game? I'm there. Oh, I'm not being sponsored to do this, but check out Humble Bundle. Right now they're doing a bundle to support Ukraine. And there are a lot of good games on that list. Like, some of them are, like, nice. If they still have it up when I get my next paycheck, I'm going to spend the $40 to get all of those games. Plus, it even comes with some game design tools, which I'm not super interested in, but would be interesting. Give me my stupid thing. Hey, come on, you. There we go. Ooh, what'd I get? Yeah, when you're giving away your, like, current year games, they are garbage. Like, I installed it, I sat down, I played it, and within 6 hours, I uninstalled it again. Although it led to an interesting conversation with some other people about launchers, which brought us back around to EGS and their stated purposes and their and what they've actually done. like, okay, so I've said this before. Couple of chats I'm super banned in. I think me and that person got off onto the wrong foot. I was probably being an asshole and not recognizing that I was actually being an asshole, not just like a ha 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 type of asshole. And I'm being specific because sometimes, like, when you're dealing with your friends or with an audience and they're being jerks, sometimes they're not doing it to, like, be mean. They're just, that's their personality. And, it got me thinking about, like, how people used to hate EGS so bad. And some of the people who were in strong support of EGS and timed exclusives, like, I have no problem with timed exclusives. What I was arguing was against, like, permanent exclusives, which EGS does do to their smaller developers. So you develop a game and you're not, like, big like Gearbox is. They want you to sign a perpetuity contract. But around that same time, Reddit, some people on Reddit had posted a whole bunch of shit about it, saying how evil the company was because they sent all your data to China. And this was like 2.5 years ago. And a lot of people, myself included, were pointing out that, yeah, that's not an uncommon practice. The company that helps support them is Tencent, and they are a Chinese company. It makes sense that they would have access to the data that's collected on the installer. And the dude, like, this was way back then, was, like, super defensive about it. And he thought everyone, and then I'm getting back to myself here in a few minutes. And he thought everyone who was against EGS was only two reasons. Either there was some Reddit idiot, and he didn't use the word idiot, or they hated EGS, or Epic in general, because they made Fortnite, sorry, I said Minecraft, but they make Fortnite, and Fortnite is not their type of game, so it must be the only reasons that they would dislike EGS. And the reason why I was thinking about that and thinking about him again is now I've actually had to download and install EGS because I want to play Wonderlands when it comes out and I don't want to play it on my PlayStation 4. Come on. Oh, he makes me come over here and see him first. So I sat down and I started thinking about it. And how many people there, like in general, are really just hateful because the EGS was Epic in general made Fortnite, and Fortnite is basically I don't like the game. I'm not going to call it a bad game, but it's not my style of game. How many people are actually just hating on them because of that, and how many people actually have legitimate reasons? I would love to know that poll and that cross section on which is which. Because I'll be honest, I don't think it's as many as people want to say it is. Like the people who were like violently defending them. I want to know where they're collecting all this information, or if they're just seeing a specific section in their chat. And that chat is being like very defensive of their Steam platform. And a lot of the folks have pointed out that, yeah, Steam doesn't care about you individually. And people are like, well, no, duh, neither does EGS. So it's one of those really weird things that I would love to know more about in general. Because if I knew more about it, I could have a better answer for it. Although in all reality, is not going to be like a statistics study. In all no due fairness, I hate statistics. Statistics is the only place where a triple negative makes sense.
They may have been filthy outlaws, but they still enjoyed a nice bath. Vault hunter hit where it hurts.
One. Are you set on fire? You should be. Hi. Not the hot water. But yeah, I wonder how many of those people were only there to pile on, or if, how many people were actually there in like legitimate protest. It gets all back to Gamergate, in my opinion, because that was one of those other things where you had a whole bunch of people in the middle who had no skin in the game acting as bad actors. So how many people on Reddit were going to people's their streams just to harass them about it because they were defending EGS? I think it's interesting.
Whether it was a good idea or a bad idea, well, that was hard to say.
I am actually waiting to pull back out Iron Bear, or Iron Cub in this case.
Well, that sure got their attention.
Hello, guys. And that whole pylon type of way of thinking about things, I think that's one of those really interesting things that some streamers don't realize. Like, they're... And again, this isn't the dog anyone out on this one. Sometimes it's hard to tell what is actually going on. Oh, I was leaning back at work. And it's because you're only seeing it through the lens of your chat. You might be on a subreddit watching the stuff go down, and you're seeing the stuff live, and you're seeing a lot of idiots just like, well, this person said that they're stealing our data, man. We should listen to that person because they said it. That type of nonsense. But how many of those guys were, like, not legitimately doing that? They were just, they saw some of the concerns. Like me, with my background, I was completely concerned about their business practices. Because I know oh, accidentally changed to burst fire. I knew for a fact that their thing wasn't anything special.
Justifiably and intelligently came to the conclusion that this was a key to a secret room. Every hideout's got one or two.
So it was a very interesting thought experiment I was going through at the time.
Hey, somebody out there? It wouldn't trouble you.
And I think it's an interesting discussion to have is how do you how do you differentiate the differences between someone who is legitimately being trolly, someone who legitimately believes what they're saying, and how many people are just piling on to a bad situation already. And it's hard to tell these days because Poe's law of the internet, which is a very interesting law, which, without a clear indication of intent, every parody of extreme views can be mistaken for a legitimate view. And it's hard to tell, and I specifically looked it up so I could read it off. Could specifically point this out and say, well, you can't really take that serious. That's very obviously a Poe. Let's see. And what do I currently have on? Puddle duration restores. Yeah. I'm going to go with the healing I already have. But it's a really interesting thought to think about how many people are just piling on and how many people are legitimately concerned for one reason or another. I am really, really sad to see a lot of this stuff just... Like, some people don't want to discuss it. They just want to go, I see all the negative there, that must be the majority. When the majority of people aren't posting on Reddit. You're seeing such a subdivision, and you're only looking at a very small minority, which is one of those things that I personally find annoying. And, it's silly to me.
Vault Hunter figured it was time to show Juno the big and ugly that Rose was looking to hatch.
Hey, Bounty Hunter. Titus was just
Want to see something interesting? Oh, I can't get in this one yet. Okay.
I think I better be off. For your sake, Juno. You be careful around the hatch at Tomodachi. She's got so much blood on her hands, she can't see the lines anymore.
Well, how'd it go up there? If you didn't find the stone, I'm guessing it's bad news.
The stone is really an egg for a company monster called the Ruiner.
People tend to play through trolls.
Wait, something's wrong.
I think it's one of those things that I don't think there's a clear answer on it. As much as I believe there's a whole bunch of NPCs out there, because I've never heard them say anything other than what was published in whatever political or religious source that they happen to have. It is very interesting how many of these thoughts are just repeated. And which is why I say how many people were just bots, how many people were legitimate in their concern, and how many people were just being assholes.
Didn't seem like the Vault Hunter used it.
Get good or get dead, scrub.
Like, one person I've been watching at work while I've been streaming while I've been working, likes to call himself one of the most honest YouTubers, which automatically makes me laugh. I'm one of the most honest YouTubers. I've been on YouTube forever. That type of guy. And he was talking about how, and I've played like one FromSoft game. I played Demon Scrolls at one of my wife's friend's house. I got about 15-20 minutes into it, which is basically character creation. I walked out onto a patio and through the front gate, and I got killed by a dragon. Just right out of the blue, killed by a dragon. I tried to walk back. I got killed by something else by getting pushed off a ledge. I'm like, this game is not for me. Yeah, Demon Souls, like way back in the day, the first one. Or it might have been Dark Souls. I don't know. It was one of the Souls games. And, he's like, well, we're at the point where we shouldn't be having input delay. I'm like, that's part of the game, dude. Like, not even like a small part of the game. Those have always been a part of the games. It killed your PS3. The PS3 that I got for my wedding, from my best man, and I have been avoiding names on purpose, brother. I have been avoiding names on purpose. Oh, I gotta talk to her first. Every time. People were pointing out to him, and, like, that's the part of the genre of the game, is
Oh, don't you call me that.
that delay.
Now walk with me. Something I gotta tell you.
Yeah, he's one of those people I don't have a
They called me the Hatchet.
high priority for.
In my time, and I'll take That's why the town don't trust me.
We used to just
Same thing for the Davids.
roast things change. I couldn't take that kind of blood on my hands, so night before, I slipped out to war. Towny bastards. Even helped to fight off the devil riders myself. After that, sheriff let me stay. Said you ain't gonna find forgiveness here, but you can damn well fight for it. Titus thinks I'm fighting to save the town. More like I'm trying to save myself.
I could probably sit down and beat that game. I could probably beat the entire series.
Sheriff had some guns here.
I don't have the money for it, and I'm not buying 5 games that oh, a nemesis. Let's see. Do I already have a pistol? I do. It's a companion. Okay. What's the incineration chance on this one? Let's see how this does. Because that fire rate is super high. Yeah.
The Ruiner. Rose used to talk about it from time to time. We all thought she was touched. Guess we were wrong. Now I don't know how Rose plans to hatch that egg. There's someone who might. Old crone by the name of Oletta. Lives in the forest. Go see what she knows.
Yeah, I figured that was going to be the punchline to that. Doesn't surprise me in reality. I want to say a couple things about those games. From what I hear, those games are incredibly well programmed. It has some glitches, but compared to a lot of other games that are AAA titles, they're really well done. This game, Borderlands 3, was just broken on release. Flack and Moze did considerably more damage. Okay. Can't be as bad as so when I was working at Papa John's way back in the day, and I was one of the managers over there. Oh, but which one do I want? What does Nemesis do? Nemesis. Spawns with largest magazine, chance to shock, in addition to primary damage. Oh. Huh. Oh yeah, that's.
The forest. Dangerous place, that. Full of strange flora and stranger fauna, including wayward core-infused experiments from, you guessed it,
The company.
days.
Oh, there we go. Haha, it didn't take me forever this time around.
It was hard to believe, but the Devil Riders actually got the railway working again. What they were doing with it, though? Well, we'll find out soon enough.
So I'm actually playing on the Mayhem mode. What Mayhem mode does is it takes the basically a whole bunch of like minor changes to it, but it's a harder difficulty level. This is not it. No, I do have to go that way. This way. That's right. over here. This is what we're looking for.
Proposition for a shooter of your caliber. Critters here been preying on folks more than the preacher in a prison house. You spot a body, I'll tell you where to find what killed him. You kill the critter and I'll fetch its hide and pay you for the trouble. Your reader counts safer and I get more merchandise. Everybody wins.
Kind of the opposite of how fast I'm moving right now.
Last point's too accurate.
Oh, not a good, not a flavor I can use. That's all right.
You'll have to track it down and kill it before it strikes again.
Cut him down, cub. Murderized.
I forgot my story. So working at Papa John's, talking to somebody, and he's like, I tell him I've never played like Halo, like the story or Halo. Same thing for Gears of Wars. I just never have an Xbox. Blah blah blah. my standard response about if I wanted a gaming PC, I would just buy a better computer. Talking about Xboxes. And while we're having this conversation, he's like, dude, I'll just loan it to you. If you've never played, I know where I'm going to find you, and if you try to run away with it, I know where I can beat you up. You're not likely to leave this company. You're up for a promotion. I kind of was, and that's what everyone thought. I was up for a promotion, but long story. So I get it home. I played through Halo 1. I'm like, okay, this is a fun game.
This way. Come on.
And while I'm playing through Gears of War, I get to somewhere around after you get the Hammer of Dawn, and the game freezes up on me, and I get the Red Ring of Death.
Was designed as the apex of bioengineered weapons. The company scrapped the project when they realized it couldn't be controlled.
Here we go.
Fire? A Rowan's Call?
Picked the wrong fight. I see you, boo.
Yeah, it wasn't anything, as far as like the genre is concerned, it had one revolutionary feature to it. And that was the
Piece of raw core over there.
the regenerating shields, because no one else had really done that up to that point. However, the gameplay itself was perfectly fine. The story was okay. If you have a super soldier killing everybody, oh my, we've never seen that type of story before. But I thought, yeah, I thought it was all right. Gears of War was kind of fun. It played by Fat, what I refer to as Fat Marine physics, which is no jumping allowed. You could only like kind of saddle over things. I've always called it Fat Marine. I want a specific weapon from this guy. As far as I played into Gears, it was actually pretty fun.
Multi-kill, yeah! This way. Come on.
So what I'm doing is I'm basically moving the character along. She walks super slow, and this is a good way to balance it out with me trying to get a light show. Light shows are one of the best handguns in the game. Period. They have a high rate of damage, and they are the closest thing I will get to a double anarchy in this game. But yeah, it red ringed on me, and he's like, yeah, that's been happening to me too. Basically, the 360 has a problem with overheating, and this is what happens to it. I'm like, dude, I was terrified I was gonna have to buy you a new Xbox. He's like, no, I'll just send it back in. They know about the issue. Firelight show. Not a firelight show. That sucks. Okay.
Waste. Check out that body count.
Oh. Bugs 1. Bugs 2. And Bugs 3. She's going to talk for about 45 seconds, which gives me enough time to save, quit, re-enter the game, and farm another laser dactyl. I'm still happy. I got, like, okay, so my job isn't very intense right now. We are in the slow season for the primary business that we work for. And I don't have all my complete accesses yet, so I have some of my accesses, but not all of them. So my day is pretty chill to begin with. If they send me a case to create a ticket for, I create a ticket for it. I do some reporting stuff, like nothing that's I would consider to be heavy lifting.
Barely worth the bullets.
Oh, not even a light show. So what today I had to drive into San Antonio. I had to swing by Days of Valhalla and 10 again. And I know they don't directly connect, but you know the area I'm talking about. Days of Valhalla and Fredericksburg area. And then I got to drive back, and whenever, like, I stopped off to visit my wife. Not only did I stop off and visit my wife, I also got lunch. And all of that was paid for because it was count as a part of traveling. Okay, come on.
I'll be in here taking notes.
Although the shock part of this weapon is good.
You didn't doubt me, did you? The joy of
You know, worst comes to worst, I just kill everything, which I'm going to do anyways.
Wait, you hear that? The wild relics. They're coming. They don't like seeing one of their kind dominated. The bugs! Don't forget the bugs!
I don't care about the bugs. I'm gonna just murder these guys down.
The Manta Gnats will help keep you.
Gears was a little bit fun. I have to go back and sit down and play it all the way through. One of the things I was thinking about picking up, if all of these games are playable on PC, I kind of want to get the Microsoft Game Pass, and I want to see if I can play Blue Dragon. Blue Dragon has 3 of my favorite video game creators all together. Akira Toriyama did the artwork. Nobusa, or however you pronounce his name, did the music. And, who was it, the third part of it? The creative director was someone who was previously out of Square Enix due to a non-competition contract, and this was his first game coming back. I'd have to look it up if I forget his name. I think it's Nakasaki. Fire! No! I want a light show. And I want a light show that fits my elemental theme. Like, I've never done an elemental theme like this. I'm only going to take 2 more attempts at it. Because we are now moving on to the rest of the mission. And the Nemesis alone is actually a good enough pistol for me to be satisfied with. But, like, a light show? I like the light show because it's the closest thing I'm going to get to, like I said, a double anarchy. The double anarchy is a broken SMG in number 1. And, it shot 4 bullets at a time, and depending on your parts, you could get a 10 plus fire rate, which means your ammo went from one side of the screen to 0. 54 rounds, ha! 2.5 seconds. Gone. And I got one at level 9, carried me all the way to level 34. When the amount of damage it was outputting was just so low that I died for the first time in combat. In like a long time. So I backed up and I took the recent double anarchy I'd gotten because I'd gotten a second one like 5 levels beforehand. It had a stupid slow fire rate, but I still wanted to use it. And that one just started murdering things too.
Here we go.
Come on, Lasodactyl. I want to fire one. But it's my BorderQuest. Can the light show spawn and fire? Yeah, I can spawn an incendiary. But I'm so excited for Wonderlands coming out next week. I'm going to be playing a lot of Wonderlands here in the near future. If you haven't seen them, it's actually basically Tiny Tina's Assault on Dragon Keep from Borderlands 2, but its own standalone game.
Goes the dynamite. More grub for the cup. Just
A
feeding the
flipper? You give me a flipper? And it's not one of the things I can use. It dropped a bloody fucking flipper. So the flipper is one of the OP weapons of the game. It switches between 2 elements, and since I'm basically playing an incendiary game, I don't want to have anything on here that doesn't have incendiary damage on it. Like the Nemesis is an exception because the Nemesis, its primary weapon, its primary damage is fire. But the flipper that I just picked up was a cryo shock, so I'm not allowed to use it.
crush 'em, cub. Popping off.
All right. 2 more, and then I'm done. 2 more. Just 2 more. One of the things I am going to have to do is I'm going to have to go back to Sanctuary either way. That way I can increase the handgun ammo that I have, because the Nemesis is still a pretty good handgun. It's just, if I can have a light show, I want a light show. Light shows are friggin' amazing. Okay. Did I get a basic light show? Ooh, I did say I could use non-elemental weapons. I'm allowed to have one non-elemental weapon on me. And that's for taking down other types of, like, fire does, I think, 1/4 damage to armor. So, to keep from just having to sit there and blasting the thing with the same weapon over and over again, I went ahead and made a singular weapon can have non-elemental damage on it, just so I can eat down those particular things better. It counts. It's my rules. I'm playing.
Time to feed.
All right, come on. One more time. Give me an elemental one. Give me a fire.
Down for the count.
Drop something.
Hell yeah, let's go.
And it's a cryo. It's a cryo. I'm not happy with that. Not one itty bitty little bit. Okay. Let's drop some things off. 1, 2, 3. I do want to keep this companion. Oh, and the Maggie was supposed to go in a long time ago. Okay. These are my handguns. No. Ooh. That can make this more fun. Yeah. Let me see something real quick. Double faster. No, because it doesn't have the Shock Dark Army. No, I don't want the Dark Army for this one. No, that's a flamethrower. Oh, a boogeyman, yeah. Level 55 is the next one I have for that. Ward, Bim Bloom Blaster. Oh, let me see what I have in here. Ooh. But I don't like the, reload speed, Atlas fire weapon speed. Why did I get Atlas fire weapon speed? Like I ever use Atlas weapons. Okay. Oh, I thought I put these up. Oh no, I'm gonna sell those. I need to put the flipper up. All right. So I've talked about broken weapons. You are about to see the most broken, like one of the most broken weapons in this game. Sell. I'm gonna hold on to you and you. Sell. Hang on to you. Hang on to you. Hang on to you. Okay. And real quick, one of the things that they put into this game that I find to be supremely interesting is this right here. Okay. Breath of the Dying. Another Maggie. And Wired Suit. Okay, yeah. Okay. So, as much as I sat around trying to get one specific weapon, I know I'm streaming. I'm not doing like any type of OP levels or anything like that. So we're going to move on from here. I really did want to get a light show. A fire light show. You're about to see something that is... it's not as broken as a light show is, so this is a light show. High rate of fire, 4 shots per base, what would be defined as a trigger pull, and high damage for it. The other weapon I have here is the Hell Shock. Straight weapon that way. It hits something and bounces off the ground. It changes to the opposite element. So if I have fire on as a primary element, hits the ground, bounces into shock damage. Meaning the gun is busted. Also, the damage is high enough to actually like chew through shields. Chew through shields and armor.
Devil riders were loading the train down with coal. Thought no one would be crazy enough to try to stop it.
What level is this? Oh, it's 37. Okay. It's not going to work as well as I wanted it to. So let's switch over to this.
There was a valve that controlled the flow of core out from the mount. Jam. Rose must have seen that coming and locked down the control.
All right. The Hell Shock isn't going to work like I thought it was.
So the Vault Hunter took to some righteous destruction, as was their wont.
By the way, I love the narration throughout.
Quit squabbling with that bounty hunter and get the train moving. We got enough core.
You heard the butcher! Get this train out of here!
Go! Get this Honda company junk moving!
Vault Hunter didn't know where that train was headed, but knew if it got there.
Now, something to point out.
Question was,
They have tried to make a couple of corporations look like their shit don't stink throughout the original game. Through just Borderlands 3. Yeah, see the big old difference there? I wish the Health Shock would have been a higher level.
Vault Hunter decided to go spelunking through the core mines.
Spelunking.
Company wasn't all scientists in suits. A lot of folk worked these mines back in the day. Paid well for what it was. Still, plenty who went down into Gehenna's heart and never came back up into the sun.
Oh, Oh.
We got contact. Stay down, scrub.
Desperado. Getting set on fire.
Refined core bombs. Wouldn't know it from looking at them, but they sure packed a punch.
So Rose is actually voiced, has the same, to my knowledge, I think I looked it up, the same voice actress as the as Tyrene. Tyrene, I disliked, but Rose I actually like, and I didn't recognize it until this area here. When I first played through the game, that voice actress sounds pretty familiar. Okay. There we go. That's where it's at. There we go. Ooh, core bomb. Oh, I gotta actually walk around. I gotta walk up there. That's right. Desperados. Gonna get shot in the face.
Those bombs were looking mighty handy, laced with refined core for a bit of extra. Ooh.
Refined core.
She put her heart and soul into it. Then the company got cold feet. But I'll finish what she started. Bring her dream to life. Then Gehenna will be mine. And there won't be anyone fool enough to try to...
Now, something I want to point out.
Tunnel had collapsed. Company
Who?
never bothered to clear it out.
Who? Decides controlling an entire planet's a good idea. Personally, I would never want to control a planet.
Packed a punch.
Too much bureaucracy. Plus, everyone's out to kill you.
Wonders. Vault Hunter set to planting those explosives on the tracks. Luckily, the train didn't come along till they were done. Trust me on that. That's just how stories work.
That's one of the little funny things about this. Like, they got the humor on this right.
You do not want this.
That's just how stories like this work. Come on.
They couldn't hack it. Fine, be that way. I'll just kick ass on my own.
See why I ended up picking up all the extra ammo when I went back to Sanctuary? Come on. Now, I wanted to point out that another game actually had a really cute moment whenever it came to stuff like this. But what we're going to do...
Boom. The explosion echoed through the forest, and those devil riders didn't even get a chance to hit the brakes.
Oh, was I supposed to look at that? Or was I doing...
Needed to find out where that train was going. Figured the conductor would know, if he was still in one piece.
Screw you, gunslinger.
Beautiful last words out of that bastard. Luckily, that wasn't the conductor. Nope, wasn't that one either. There he was.
Like, there's things like this that is amazing. That's funny. Nope, not that one either.
Rose called in a friend to do her dirty work for her.
Where's Prime at? There's Prime. Hi, Prime. Fighting you with the Pearl of Ineffable Knowledge, that would have been even more awesome. What? No drops? Like, no real drops?
You're too late, gunslinger.
It was time to find out what that cackling bastard knew.
Tell me where this train was going.
Facility. Doesn't matter now. What was the last shipment? You're too late.
Oh, that's right. So, one of the things this game does to prevent you from, like,
Juno.
this...
Come in, Juno. Rose has been transporting core to some facility.
Yeah, I know where it is. Been there before. I'll meet you outside. You ain't getting in without my help.
Okay. We got a new... I got 3 chests? Awesome. 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 Okay. I want to check something here real quick. Creeping corruption. Okay, not what I'm looking for. Grumble! Grumble, grumble! Creeping. What about Blade Fury? Okay. Creeping corruption. No. Nothing on this? Wow. Okay. That's interesting. Okay, apparently none of these are any good. Like, the chief thing is they don't have any, elemental effects to them. But should I try? None of them have my, the speed that I would like. Okay. Alright. Oh, and a guardian token. I'm still doing this. 125, so I'm only 11 off of that. Alrighty then. I tried to get the light show and the element I wanted, but I couldn't get it. Oh my, I am forever gonna be in pain for it. Nah, no. Let's see. Nope, nothing new. If you can't tell, I played through the DLC just a few times. This one is actually a pretty good one. It has a lot of story to it, and it has a nice feel. That's something a lot of games like forget.
That was where the company started this whole mess. Seemed a good enough place to end it.
You're just in time. Got me some devil riders here. We'll talk after we put them in the ground.
I'm not digging holes. I don't know about you, but I ain't doing that. So the reason why I've just started leveling up, I mentioned it earlier, but I'm actually playing on Mayhem 1. Mayhem 1 gives you a good, considerable increase in your health and the experience that you earn. And that increase translates very easily over to how quickly you level up, of course. But with this, I'm killing just as fast, if not faster than I would on normal. And, like, I can't get up there. Oh, no, I can get up here. Okay.
Over here, bounty hunter.
Fancy looking tech right there. Didn't seem like the Falls Hunter could use it yet, though.
Good to see you're still kicking up.
Okay.
Justice Bus? Alright, there's something I gotta give you. When the Devil Riders broke into the facility years back,
We
stole
stole a bunch of shit.
including these echo upgrades. Here. That'll let you access the Telezapper network. It's gotta get you in the
So, something interesting that you'd have to be a pedantic ass like myself. You never unplug a single one of those.
There you go. Now look, Rose must be using core to power a company launcher of some sort. If anything's got the firepower to crack that egg, it's company tech. Find that launcher and shut her down.
So, they have been intentionally not saying what company it is.
You're on your way now.
A lot like some mysterious organization. What happened is basically Jacobs was not always in the hands of Wainwright. And some of his forefathers were greedy, greedy bastards. I'm not saying Wainwright isn't, but Wainwright seems to be a more down-to-earth type of fella. Because of that, it is... You kind of think... The entire expansion, up until a reveal here in a little bit, they kind of... Ooh. So this, even though it doesn't upgrade my Transformer, which I would personally prefer, there is a gigantic upgrade in the amount of shield I have, which works. Now, Double Burner, which is one of... Oh, I forgot about these guys. I forgot about penis worm looking motherfuckers. One of the things that you see a lot, the Double Burner.
Good for you. Hey boy, that bounty hunter's here. You know what to do.
Die? Tell me when one of your folks has managed to kill me. Not down me, kill me. Like, even now, your folks have the bridge, have me outnumbered, and you're like, you know what to do. No, you're using them as fodder. You are no different than the company you seem to hate. I'm not doing the side missions. That red ring around the screen, by the way, is a kill skill that just increases my speed.
Company had a name, but you won't hear anyone around here offer it free. Same reason you hold your breath.
See, like right there, they dislike the company so much they do not say its name. A friend of mine, like an old friend, once told me that names have powers. Or not powers, but power. Over a creature. So to name a demon is to give a demon power. I, as I make the long-running joke, am a demon. I've actually been given names by people. People have actually given me, like, names. Which I personally think is a little interesting. Thinking about things like that, like, so, what the people are essentially doing is not giving the company power by not saying their name. You call them the company. You say the company with the stain.
The rabble was roused and promptly put down. Now it was time to get inside.
And it's an interesting thought. Although now that I think about her, I wonder how she's doing. I knew a lot of other people with similar similar thoughts as well. One was this it's hard for me to blatantly, like, say maybe he was a bit pedo-ish.
Didn't seem like the vault hunter.
But the guy was definitely a creeper. Like, he liked them young but legal type of thing. Actually, that's the line right there that made me think that it was Tyrene. That very specific one.
That was a ticket. To invoke the company
But yeah, he would say things like that as well. But whenever you'd speak to him about it, he sounded like a New Ager who had read a book on Wicca and started lecturing people about Wiccan. Now, here's the thing. They should not have used the same voice actress for Tyrene that they did Rose. Because my disdain for Tyrene and her false family and her beliefs is so bad that it taints Rose's... I'm not even going to call it self-righteousness. Because she's not being self-righteous. And this is where the first time we see that it's a Jacobs company. Drink water, drink.
None of our projects would be possible without it. Core, the element that sparks new life into our bio-enhanced flora and fauna. Core, which fuels our experimental
Bio-enhanced.
programs. From our groundbreaking Telezephyr network to innovations in long-range ballistics, this is Project Endless Horizons, the future of the Jacobs Corporation.
Yeah.
It's almost funny, you know? The company claimed the ruiner couldn't be tamed. But they were wrong. Dead wrong.
But
My grandmother was smarter than any of those empty suits. She knew exactly how to control it.
by whistling at it? No. This is the problem with this whole pseudo-philosophical debate that she's going on right now. It's not accurate. She has no proof that her grandmother was able to tame it. So how does she act like this is 100% truth? And you'll hear me argue about very specific types of things. And there's a whole logical fallacy around this type of thinking. It's called an appeal to authority. This person was an authority on the matter, so they must be correct. You should look no further than Bob in accounting said, there's a number called Slevin, so it'll get you home by 11. And if nobody knows where that is, I feel even older than I already do.
Vault Hunter eventually used the grease boot they found and rode the material transport boxes to get where they were going.
But just because Kevin in accounting says there's a magical number that solves all of his problems, does not mean that number actually exists. It can be made up. So these appeals to authority always annoy me. Well, my grandmother said, yeah, your grandmother may have been the smartest woman in the galaxy. That doesn't mean she's right. There might be a correlation between the two, but between her being right and her getting things, an inverse correlation between her answers to the number of times she's been right or wrong. But that does not mean that it is perfect. Oh, I didn't realize he'd get put up. That's alright. Heal me! Heal me! Okay. Oh, it's a poke. It's a small poke.
You can't stop the launch. And I'm the only one who can control it.
Selfless vengeance. No, no, no! This is probably the actual speed of an elevator like this.
Hey, Quartermaster. I expect you to handle this nuisance. Got it?
So, again, I've said this before. all of these scenes are actually rendered real time. You can kill a boss during a cutscene. I did it with Freddy, but Freddy's a super lightweight, to be honest. Where are you at? Oh, you're hiding behind it. Okay, I see. Ooh, you dropped something.
Let's go.
Come on.
Who saw that?
What do we got? A miscreant? I'm not familiar with a miscreant. But it doesn't matter. It's not my element.
I've got more than enough firepower to have you move. Find a good view, gunslinger. You don't want to miss the show.
Final launch preparations complete.
I want to know what this actually is. Like, what type of weapon was that? Because it got all reflective there for a moment.
Impact in 3, 2, 1.
Ooh, so close.
The sky was split open, a wound like Gehenna hadn't felt in generations. Ruin was here.
Now, I love this effect. Because it's not a really hard one. Super simple, and it gets straight to the point on what's happened here. What's the Jacobs? Oh yeah, that's right.
Juno, are you seeing this?
Oh, you mean the big damn explosion that lit up the sky? Yeah, I saw. Get back here when you can. We'll round up a posse together and ride for ruin.
Now, one thing that this game, I will say 150, 200 million% did right was the fast travel. And from what I'm understanding, the same type of fast travel system is going to be in Wonderlands, which makes me a very happy person. And the truth is, I won't be able to beat the next... Huh. No, I'm going to do it. I'm going to jump right into Guns, Love, and Tentacles.
You're telling me Rose is gonna wake up a gigantic company monster? We're screwed, Juno.
Well, you're alive. Any other good news?
Nope.
Couldn't stop Rose.
Figured. But we know where she's going now.
Incoming!
The sky's raining fire! Ruin. Find shelter, everybody! Devil Rider's coming. Bounty Hunter, you're up!
Yes. Because in a town where everybody's armed, nobody can seem to shoot these bastards but me. Dude, are you getting in my face? Now, I will say,
Get over here, dickweed.
this actually works for an interlude. So, right now, essentially what we've had to do is we've had to give it a moment to let the game,
Get over the farm! Come on, we gotta drive those Devil Rider bastards out!
basically it forces you to go back.
Much of a choice.
You can't just move on to the next part of the quest. You actually have to stop, and I'm not calling it a breathing break, but you have to stop and you have to deal with this. Burn. Yeah, I should already be heading out there. But it allows the game to actually set up a really nice scene. And that's going to come here after we're done with these guys. And whenever I say I dig the writing on stuff like this, I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. Because there is a bit of badassness to it. Like, come back here so we can regroup. Cool.
Bullets are dry.
Come on. Down another one. Dead.
She's gonna be all right. Come here. Come on, Sheriff. You ain't done yet.
You saved my damn life.
She is head and shoulders above his height.
That easy.
Fair enough, deputy. It's not over yet, bounty hunter. Devil riders ran off licking their wounds. I say we take the fight to them.
Yes, let's go.
Go for a ride, Sheriff?
Yeah, that sounds like fun. Well, ready to collect on that bounty?
Damn right I am.
Another thing that they did really well and
Not bad fight, Titus.
is they actually made it where the quests don't have to be there to be turned in. As long as it's complete, it gets turned in.
I ain't doing nothing, Sheriff.
Not no more, you're not.
Not no more, you're not.
Get yourself a ride, bounty hunter.
Now, all of this was to set up this scene here. Which, given the theme of the entire DLC, I love this moment.
Time to ride. Woo! Sky's full of ruin. Good day for a ride.
That it is, Sheriff. How fast you think you can push that beast of yours?
Faster than yours.
Well, let's see it then.
Try and keep up, deputy.
Hey, wait up! Don't leave me in the dust! I wish Sheriff was still around to see this. I miss that old bastard.
Yeah, me too, Titus. Me too.
He was a good man, that Sheriff. He taught me how to ride, you know.
Well, why are you riding all crooked like that?
What? I ain't riding crooked. Now come on, Sheriff. Let's see what you got. Race you to ruin.
Oh, you're all slick.
Oh,
Riders ain't gonna let us waltz in. Get ready to fight.
I'm ready for it. I was born with guns in my hands. Your poor mother.
things like that is what makes this DLC work. Your poor mother.
It's locked up the place. Well, I got the key right here.
Did Tiny Tina make this one?
Feel like
Sorry, not Tiny Tina, because she's not tiny anymore. Did Tina make that one?
Go. Me and Titus can take care of the Devil Riders. You just worry about Rose, bounty hunter.
I'll stay back here and watch her stay.
Fresh targets over here.
Two. What really also works about this is you actually don't have to deal with these guys. As seen above.
Go!
So, in the base game, if you, I forgot to mention it, huh? I'll show it to you next year. But there's a couple of spots towards the end of the game where you do not have to fight these long-winded battles. Zane has this clone ability that allows him to basically put a clone into a location. as long as the location is reachable on foot. So he could put a clone right there, even though I'm encapsulated in this little box here.
Now, you might be wondering why they call me the liar. Well, some say it's on account of what I swear transpired next. But to be honest, I hardly believe it myself. But the Vault Hunter descended toward Crater's Edge, their iron hot in hand, with enough grit to sand a tree trunk smooth. They were ready to fight. Good thing, too.
Again,
Rose
the
had slipped
writing.
her fingers too many times, but there was nowhere left for her to run. It was a dead end. Aptly named.
The writing. The writing is what can make a game suck or be fantastic. And this is true as much for the DLC as it is for the main game. So when I say I dislike the main game because the writing was weak, that things happened in a bad order, I mean exactly that. Now, personally, I think Rose would make a great Vault Hunter. Especially with the way the modern game works. Oh, yeah. She would make a great Vault Hunter. And I'm so not worried about this dude. And I do not believe for a moment that all of these creatures just respond to a whistle. That is some of the more unbelievable shit in this game. A whistle! I'm coming. Yeah, it's level 50. Okay. First off, anointments are very, very handy. Especially with the monster this size. Ooh. Oh, there we go. Okay, fantastic.
The ruiner went underground, and the Vault Hunter followed.
Ooh, shit. Okay, that's right.
Vault Hunter killed Rose, killed the ruiner, saved the town. Simple as something. They're long gone nowadays, but their legend remains. Of course, there was still the matter of the bounty. It was time to head back to town to collect.
Yeah, the actual monster is not that easy, not that hard to beat. Higher level difficulties, yeah, because he has like significantly more health, depending on what level you have it on. But with the right equipment, the guy goes down pretty easy. Okay. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. How did they collect the head? I just got back. Now,
I told you everything changed when the vault hunter came to town.
About that bounty. You sure earned it and then some. Here, take this. Head on over to the bank. Whatever's inside is yours for the taking. We owe you everything.
Well, it was one hell of a pleasure.
Pleasure riding and fighting with you, Tomodachi. Sure hope you stick around a while.
no, I'm not. I'm about to go hang out with Gage while she gets drunk. Ooh, what do we got? Auditing Crossroad. Binary Cutsman. Face Puncher. And a Dictator. So essentially, nothing good.
Not a bad haul, all things told. Funny thing, townsfolk never did find Rose's body. But I suppose that's a story for another day.
Ha 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 ha! Sorry if I'm being so sarcastic about that. That is just one of those things that's like, I never said she died. I'm just saying they never found her body. Ooh, I need to do this now. Oh, I just remembered. It might be too late. Might be. I hope not. Hurry up. Okay. Okay, website. Stop doing this. Okay, pull this back up there. Okay, fantastic. Wait, I got a diamond key? When? Holy shit, I got a diamond key. It's a hot foot. I don't want a hot foot. Okay, nothing. I do not like the Lyuda in this game. Shields, yeah. Nothing good on shields either. Not until we get here.
Yo, if I catch anyone using the air filtration units as a bottle opener, I'm gonna throw you out the airlock. Seriously.
Yes! If you have never heard that voice, that is Ice-T, the hardcore gangster rapper from the 90s. And he's a teddy bear in this game. I don't care. I'm going to do this just to be stupid. No other reason. Oh, I should have put it on OP10 first. I'm stupid. Okay, let's see. What do we got? Burner. Oh, I forgot to check all the weapons. That's my idiocy too. Blind Sage, Pocket Rocket, Hyper Focus, Damned, Electric Cutsman, Love Drill. Oh, Anarchy's a good anyways. I might pick that one up if nothing else here. Bloom. Oh, that's not horrible either. Okay. Really? Okay, drop, 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 drop. Okay. See, what do we have for grenades? Hunter Seeker, Surge, Red Queen, Widowmaker, Stormfront, Bouncing Pair, okay. Cloning Hex, but it's not a fire. Transfusion Cryo, Red Queen, Hippity Hopper, Epicenter, Surge, Cloning Hex. Is it a cloning? Oh, Hunter Seeker, Sage. Okay, what was the other one over here? Oh, they're rubberized. I hate rubberized grenades. I will take the Epicenter. For all of my stupidity. Ooh. Not a weapon I can use, but I will go ahead and take it. Okay. Oh, I went down. I should have stayed up. Did I go on the wrong side of the ship again? No, I think I'm on the right side. No, I didn't. There we go.
To reach our wedding, you will need to take sanctuary to the frozen rim world of Xylorgus.
And something that should not be controversial was controversial in this game. I don't know why it was, but apparently it was. That's getting put up. I'll hold on to that. That might be good. Hold on to that one. That might be good. Hold on to that one. That might be good. I don't think I have a miscreant put up. I still have the giant on me? Okay. Daisy Clairvoyance. I don't mind having these weapons specifically. The Limited Anarchy. I will hold on to the Face Puncher. That's Garbo. Hold on to the Burner. Hold on to the Transformer. Okay. So, next things next. We're gonna head to Zaraglos, and we are going to pick up the next quest. This is going to be. Some people found it bad. Some people found it good. I don't care, but apparently the idea of two fictional characters getting gay married was just too much for some people. And some people lost their minds over this shit. Don't know why. As much as I despise it's 2022. When this came out, it was 2021 or 2020, and there was no reason for this to even be a controversy, in my opinion. Okay. Consecutive hits. That's fine. Okay. Nothing else have anointments on it. I'm fine. And it's one of those things that I'm like, why are you losing your mind over this? This is stupid. It's not like we didn't know this stuff from the base game. What? Him being gay is okay,
Warmest
but
greetings, Vault
not
Hunter.
getting
As
married?
you know, I, Sir Hammerlock, am an adventurer. And they say that the ultimate adventure is love. And adventures are best enjoyed together, which is to say...
What Alistair's trying to spit out is that we're getting married. And we want you
Notice
in
something.
our wedding party.
When we get to the end of this expansion, every cutscene, every single one, has been skippable. Every last one. Except
Wainwright.
the end of this particular expansion. Personally, I think it's stupid.
Time to do some party recon.
Again, it has nothing to do with that stuff, with the gay marriage stuff. It has entirely to do with every other cutscene is skippable. That scene should have been skippable as well.
Another one?
Oh, look at how fast I can run. Gagey poo.
Dead monster. Hell of a wedding destination.
Oh, look at that.
Crap, 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 crap! Pull together, damn it! Hey, who's out there? Get away from my butt! Not mess with me! I am a licensed wedding planner! I have got the certificate from the EchoNet course right here!
Wedding planner. She must be here for the party. Better go help her out.
Back off! I am sitting on 400 pounds of matrimony-grade fireworks and
Gage is one of my favorite characters. And again, her backstory is badass. She didn't just randomly steal something from a siren. She made a cybernetic, not a cybernetic robot. She created a robot that was supposed to be anti-bullying. And what she does is kills a classmate, goes on the fucking run, and then continues to just be a badass. Ava's backstory is she still tried to steal from Maya. I harp on Ava because Ava doesn't have any character development for me. I see her character and she is the same whiny little brat she was at the beginning of Borderlands 3 whenever you first get to Athenas.
tearing them apart. Oh! Hey, over here! Oh, you must be here for the wedding. I'm supposed to check people off the list when they show up.
I make this distinction because Borderlands is not without its female badasses.
Apparently in that order.
Oh, of course. I'm Gage, former Vault Hunter and current wedding planner. Hammerlock's told me all about you. We go way back. Kind of my favorite. But we are late, so let's get a move on. The brochure says that there's a charming gondola that should get us up to the lodge. Come on, let's walk and talk. Crap. Think one of those crazies ate my RSVP ledger. Did you have a +1?
Yeah, Iron Bear. And just a heads up, I'm gonna need a whole table to myself.
My +1 is just built it myself. He is my bestie for the rest. Titanium reinforced armor.
See? See? That's her backstory. She created a death bot.
As long as death traps by my side, I know everything is gonna be okay.
Wait, I lost count. Put him down.
Ooh, another bouncing pair.
Do it justice.
The problem is I don't like bouncers. Well, I do like bouncing pairs, but I am not a fan of bouncing grenades in the Borderlands series.
There's the gondola. Oh, not quite charming, but I'll give it a rustic. See if you can get it going. So, what do you think of Hammerlock and Wainwright? Weird pair, right? Hammerlock's all dashing headlong into danger, and Wainwright's all books and glasses of old brown stuff. Do you know how hard it was to find a menu they agreed on? I think I frickin' crushed it. The last thing they wanted was a tourist trap, and this place isn't even on most review sites. Or maps. Public just loves chewing on live electrical wires. The tangle's addictive. Trust me. But I'm not a teenager anymore. I can't be chasing the copper dragon. I got grooms dependent on me. Hey, that should keep them from chewing both while we're heading to the party. Great work.
Racking them up. Come get some. I see you, boo.
Looks like the breakers got flipped on the power lines. Switch 'em back to route the power to the gondola. I am so glad Hammerlock asked me to do this. Haven't seen people in a while. Deathtrap and I have been on the run because I'm wanted for, like, oh, the smallest amount of murder. Deathtrap's all I have.
Smallest amount of justified murder.
He's the perfect companion.
I'm sorry. Rarely will I, like, allow people to justify homicide in a video game just because someone bullied them. But based off of her backstories and her echoes, yeah, I have zero qualms about what ended up happening.
Come on, Deathtrap. The lime juice cake needs re-
Now, something to point out is because they never called Gage by some cute little nickname, we never identify Gage as being only a child. Tiny Tina is different. Tiny Tina we meet as definitely a child because she's the baddest little 13-year-old you'll ever meet. That's how they described her. Oh, nope. New grenade. Oh, hell yeah. A 26,000 fastball. Mm-hmm. Hi, Mancubus.
Who are you? Ugh, you give my goosebumps.
Mancubus talks super slow. We are going to skip his dialogue by saving, quitting, and then returning back into the game. I have better things to do than to listen to him drone on. Oh, look at that. We're past I feel it was 2 minutes.
You are the first guests to arrive. At least, first ones invited.
Oh, Hammerlock, you're such a kidder! You know I wouldn't miss this for anything.
Claptrap, I have a super duper important wedding planner mission for you. I need you to find a female pearl. Now, can you do that for me? The whole wedding depends on it.
Minion, you want me to save the whole wedding? You picked the right guy!
I'm not going to let anything spoil your big
Uh,
Yes, Wainwright?
Oh, well, it's been such a nervous mess. I've tried to get it to relax. Insists on dashing about, making sure everything is perfect. But party must continue. Thank you for trekking all the way out to this frigid wilderness. Winnie will be back soon, and all will be well. Yes, this will be a celebration to remember.
Now, after we've just fought...
Vault Hunter, I have a favor to ask. Meet me in town, and don't tell Alistair where you're going. Just make up an excuse.
Let's get the night started.
That sounds so cool, but Iron Bear is running.
So, one of the interesting things about this is... again, you're going to see me saving and quitting a lot here, especially at the beginning. And it's just because it's boring. It's boring, it's boring, it's boring, it's boring, it's boring. The writing the first time through is fantastic. But whenever you play through it on your 6th to 20th time, not that fun to watch again over and over again. Let's see. So you're going to see me skipping stuff like that.
I could not help but overhear your plan. I must caution you against entering the town.
Favor for the groom, top priority.
You have a responsibility to assist. I understand.
And occasionally this fish will spit out stuff.
You should know, the people of this town are all afflicted in their own ways. Some might say cursed.
Yes, creepy people in town.
Strange behavior.
Good, because this has all been so totally, completely normal otherwise.
Do return soon. The Lord will miss you.
Now, they wrote Mancubus right. He was written to be creepy. He comes off as creepy. Tomorrow, no matter what, I'm going to be able to finish BorderQuest. I'm telling you that right now. Even right now, it's Friday. I ain't got to work tomorrow. I'm going to sleep the fuck in. I'm going to finish this up. Now, I could even slack tomorrow and still be able to finish it. That's where I'm at on this.
I'm just outside the wedding venue, Vault Hunter. You gonna want to see this.
And this, by the way, all happens in the course of one night. Okay, running, running, running.
Do you, need some help?
I don't know. I just started falling one day, and now I can't stop. This is a living hell.
You know, I'd like to help, but this feels like it's way outside my realm of expertise. Which generally includes shooting stuff and looting stuff. Usually in that order.
Okay. Yeah, I get that. But, if you happen to meet, like, a kindly old wizard or something, could you send them my way?
Sure, man. I'll keep my eyes peeled for a kindly old wizard.
Thanks. Okay. I'm gonna try to, like, float back to my house now. Wish me luck.
Sure. Good luck.
Hey, I got some super important wedding planner stuff that I need you to do. Not everyone could make it to the wedding, so they sent presents instead. But the presents all flew out of my drop pod when I crashed. Please, you gotta help me find them. Vault Hunter, there's a wedding present around there. Scope it out.
Vault Hunter, not a moment too soon. I'm nervous as the last hog in the slaughterhouse. It's just gotta be perfect for him. Engine dying all over wedding planner showed me to make sure that I need to see it for myself.
Hell's bells, the gate's locked. If I don't see this place with my own eyes, I'm not gonna sleep a wink tonight. Maybe there's a way around. Follow me. Now, I've grown to trust your judgment, Vault Hunter. Can I ask you, is there anything that scares you?
Yeah. Exploding bees. All you hear is a buzz and a boom.
Well, I can't argue with that, but those are true. My fears are more intangible. Alistair, he's a man of adventure. Daring do, he'd say. He climbs mountains and tames jungles and loves every second. But that ain't my vintage. Sometimes I
And we continued cutting through here. Come on, Wainwright. We've got to get you possessed one way or another. Really?
Infestation. I hope the venue is in better shape than this.
Oh, that's right. So, even though that is immune to fire, I'm still doing electric shock damage to it.
Guess they couldn't
And this is why I gave myself an out for, there's another monster coming up who is going to definitely be a problem. It's, the Wendigo. The Wendigo, I forget if it's immune to fire damage, but it's definitely resistant to it. Actually, I need to stretch my legs and use the restroom real quick. I will be right back in 2 to 3 minutes.
Maybe I can hack through the... Oh, who am I kidding? Alright, that was breaking. Tech's old as hell, needed an upgrade anyway. You hear that? What in the blue bayou is going on in there? The heart still beats. The heart still bleeds.
The heart still beats. The heart still bleeds.
Something's not right here, Bob.
I pledge myself to you once again, my darling Eleanor.
And I to you, beloved Vincent.
Githyan's renewal is also ours. You and I, my darling, we are eternal. Our worldly troubles shall break like waves upon the rocks.
Whatsoever stands in our way, it shall be shattered. Whosoever stands between us, they will be destroyed.
I love you, Eleanor.
I love you, Vincent. We are eternal.
High quality hacking. Wow, I wonder what the password is going to be inside there. Just saying.
Almost like a wedding ceremony. They don't mind if we take a look at their setup. Locked again. Maybe this one could use some hacking as well. Vault Hunter.
Two by two, Githyan feeds and our bond is renewed.
They're throwing people into that pit.
That is not Githyan, by the way, or at least not to our knowledge.
Unhand those innocents.
What's this? Darling, look. We have someone new.
We can play with them after the renewal is complete, beloved. Hear me, my bonded. Take care of these worms.
If I have to fight for my perfect venue, then fight I shall.
Funnily enough, this is another one of those situations where if they would have done nothing at all, if they would have just stayed indoors like Mancubus had said, none of this would have happened. I have a fastball. What are you going to do? What's this get thee behind me?
Why don't you fight for yourselves? Your costume freaks didn't quite do the trick.
Would you look at that, darling? The worms have teeth after all.
You're right, my love. And we haven't had any fun in so very long.
Get down here so I can murder you.
True, darling. Perhaps this spin vessel still has some spirit left in it. Shall we play then, worms?
I'ma break you over my knee, you pale willow branch.
You cannot break that which is eternal.
But you're not eternal. That's the catch. Every single being like you has never been eternal. You are all very killable. Oh! Okay. Okay. This is the butcher. It was a pearlescent in Borderlands 2 that required either luck or a lot of effort to get. As you can see, I have not really expended one round out of this magazine. I laugh. I laugh because this has just made the entire expansion null and void. Oh my. I wish I had more of an audience who would actually, like, tag that moment. Because that moment is going to be hilarious.
We're a little off plan, but I think we can smooth things out from here. But, I think you should talk to Hammerlock.
Cage, what? My word, Winnie!
Now, he actually gives you a damn good shotgun.
We went to the venue, and things got a bit...
Again, we're skipping stuff.
Well, thank heavens you were there. Look, he's coming around. Winnie, are you all right? The heart still beats. Winnie,
wake up!
Oh, Vault Hunter, there you are. I must have dozed off for a moment. Must have been the whiskey. Here, take my shotgun. Can't trust my hands right this moment.
Well, I suppose that's one way to
So,
start the celebration.
first playthrough of this game,
Gage and the Vault Hunter, it seems
I picked up this shotgun, and it was amazing.
back on track.
Yeah.
Sure, nothing else will go wrong.
You want to hear a joke?
I hate that it does that. This right here was amazing. Now, when this game had come out, COVID had already began to spread. See.
I'm afraid the young speaks out of danger. He brought something back with him into the lodge.
That's right. That's a different style of gameplay altogether. Okay.
You should attempt to remove that ring from his finger without alarming the happy couple.
Oh, I do also need to put on Q. Okay.
What were you doing out there?
I'll keep your chaps on, Alistair. We just ran into some robe-wearing punks with bad manners, and the Vault Hunter and I had to beat a sense of decorum into them. Nothing more to worry about.
Hey, Wainwright. Let me see that cool ring, okay?
Oh, sure, of course.
Now, my ammo regeneration is higher. My grenades aren't going to have the possibility of sparking the critical damage, but I'm not super worried about my grenades anymore. With the type of grenade I have, it is going to fuck everything up.
The vessel has been chosen. It's only a matter of time.
Winnie, what are you saying?
I don't know. But I do feel a bit, sideways.
It is as I feared. Another moment of your time, if you would, at the counter. That ring on his finger has powers beyond.
And again, cutting out all the needless dialogue. And look, moving on. Yeah, rocking fastballs is just lethal. Okay. My little runaway.
I roughed up a local priest and he
That guy actually drops a really good sniper rifle.
The detective isn't answering. Perhaps the nearby townsfolk have seen him.
Hey, I'm Gaddy. But please don't talk to me. Every time I speak, I have to. Hold on.
Sucks to be you. But while I'm here, any idea where Burton Briggs got off to?
Damn it. You're talking to me. Okay, I think Burton was talking to Halan a while ago. There we go again.
Where is
Thanks,
Halana?
appreciate it. Good luck with the vomiting.
Yeah, what did go to the right person?
Holy crap! You scared the bequeezes out of me. What do you want?
Trying to pin down the whereabouts of Burton Briggs. Any ideas? All right. Guessing you're cursed too? What's your thing?
Oh, piss off with all that. I don't need this right now. Or ever. Screw you!
Uh-huh. Look, just tell me where Burton Briggs is at and I'll leave you alone.
Burton? That drunken moron who plays detective? Yeah, I know where he is. Told me he was going off to the freaking cemetery. Like an idiot. Now get out of my face.
Okay, good luck with your blood pressure.
Vault Hunter, I'm concerned about Winnie. He's going a bit green around the gills, as it were.
Oh, Alistair, quit making a fuss over little me. You worry too much. I'm gonna be fine.
This is why you hired a certified wedding planner, Hammerlock. I have planned for everything. Deathtrap, pour this room a warm ginger ale, pronto!
Well, now, I never could say no to a warm ginger ale.
Oh, I hate this when this happens. Come all the way back over to this place you've already passed, going to a new location.
Welcome to the kill zone.
But it's alright. Still, it doesn't matter. Here in a moment, I'm going to regain all my health back anyways.
Mission update! I found the shipwreck and snuck into the captain's quarters, past a horde of unspeakable fleshy horrors. There I found a skeleton key possessed by the spirit of a keelhauled stowaway named Paul. He's now guiding me through a dark wood to the spire of rocking despair.
Serving up fresh, hot death.
Get away from me, you nasty bug! Burton Briggs is beset by bugs. Best bail him out.
Birds. Up, up. All patched up.
Hey, you really saved my ass, friend. Thank you. Now, oh, right. Name's Bert. Bert Briggs. But, yeah, go by Bert. Let's try it out. Call me Bert.
What's up, Bert?
Nope, that's not right. Bert it is. So, what's your story, friend?
Dealing with a cursed ring, but I'm a little in the dark and I need some recon.
I've got a hunch it's got something to do with those bonded. But I always follow my hunches.
But if it's the bonded you're investigating, you should head to the town archives. Here, this key should get you in. My way of saying thanks. As for me, I can't remember what the 6.5 hells I've been here, so I'll head back to the old lonesome shop.
So, see, these guys are actually immune to it.
Now that we're working together, here's a completely unsolicited monologue about my life.
Really? You don't have to.
It all started, well, I'm not sure.
Just between us, Vault Hunter, I feared this weekend wouldn't have enough excitement, but now we are embroiled in occult secrets, diabolical curses, and great big monsters. It's the wedding I always dreamed of.
I'm still wrestling with this mystery. I really don't know whether I go by Burden or Bird.
So, something that's interesting, there's a shield that's available called the Revolter. And some people are like, well, I wanted a B in the game. And I was one of those people. I really wanted a B because a B is an easy one to use. A Revolter, especially a good Revolter, hi, Harriet.
Hey.
I need to get into the archives. It's a matter of life and death. And curses.
Would you keep your voice down? This is a place of quiet learning and solemn contemplation.
Hey, Harriet, let them in, won't you? I helped you find that missing locket, didn't I?
Oh, fine. But don't you cause a ruckus, you hear me? And this makes us even, Bert.
I do go by Bert.
Glad that worked. I wasn't sure if that locket bit was true. Now, you want to make your...
I see you delving into my past, Worm. Oh, you are tenacious, aren't you? I haven't had a plaything like you in quite some time.
Hi.
Very well. Your move, I suppose. Research your day one. My name is Eleanor Olmsted. My beloved and I have arrived on the rim.
You're not going to see me killing everything in here unless it's absolutely required. This is one of the biggest, at least in this game, one of the biggest, like, hard stops for, the actual playthrough. And so we're going to go ahead and we're not going to mess around with anything we don't have to do.
Excuse me for a moment. I must be
Stokely pensive. The logs run on.
I'd hide my past where nosy citizens wouldn't happen across it. Wait, am I an Olmsted? No, that's not right. I'm Burden. Burden Bridge. Burden.
We got contacts.
Oh, look at that.
That a holotape? Good. Go plug it into the projector. I mean, if you want to. Not trying to tell you what to do, just trying to be helpful.
And I ran so far away. It takes less time for me to load back in than it does for that to run. Now, here's the twisted thing about this. I know that's where the real entrance is. But I have to actually try to open that door first. To do that.
See if maybe there's a ventilation shaft or something you could get into. Always follow your hunches, friend. That's what I think I do.
Yeah, random fucking butcher.
Ah, got another one, did you? If you're feeling curious, head back to the projector.
By the way, I've literally shaved 15 minutes off so far. Of the DLC. Oh, there's an ambush to that one. Okay. Imagine if this had double damage whenever Iron Bear was out. Is it anointed or is it not anointed? It is not anointed.
You sure got her blood on it. You must be close to something. The Founders had an office just beyond the archives. I've got a hunch there's something of interest in there. And I always follow my hunches, most likely. And don't go asking me how I remembered that. I don't know. Dark fog is the uncle mistress. Get here!
So, there's another reason why I'm doing this. The mayhem levels stick with you. So, as I level up, so do the enemies. The negative to that is, soon my weapons are going to be outstripped. Oh, a red queen, yeah. And this is another case where I want to have at least one non-elemental weapon. Where'd you go?
Iron Cub on display. That's just what I do.
There we go.
You are stronger than I presumed. We shall see how long that lasts, worm. In the meantime,
Worm.
tell my Vincent I'll see him again very soon.
Yo, one of the wedding presents should be around there. Go find it. Oh, that one's from Clay. Just met that cowboy the other day. Cool dude. Great voice. Anyway, his letter says,
Congratulations. Nah, I'm not one for long letters.
is there another page or? That's it.
Search around for anything that might shed some more light on your situation.
Hey, you want to hear a joke? I got jokes coming at the gals over here. What did the fish uprising use to decapitate the corrupt monarchy? A guillotine.
Where is it? There we go.
That's a Delta 3. Super old doll tech. My granddad had a player. They're like impossible to find anymore.
Ah, but the lodge always provides. I possess a vintage Delta 3 player. Return to me.
And by the way, yes, this shotgun, you will hear that sound over and over and over again until the end of the expansion. And then normally by then, that's probably when it's going to start getting outstripped by just pure levels alone.
But I've got some work for you when you have time to swing by. Also, I'm very lonely.
Might I say, welcome back to my humble establishment. I am over here at
Hey, Slim. You said you could help me out with this?
Excuse me. Please place this relic you've recovered into the player so that we might reveal the mysteries of the young groom's curse.
I seek a sinister sound.
Ah, of course. The ring's power comes from the monster's heart itself.
Well then, our purpose is made clear. We must destroy the heart. Eldritch adventure, ho!
The monster's heart.
Okay. Next thing we are going to do is we are going to spec back towards over to that.
Below the town, directly below the wedding venue, in fact. That same power coursing.
Question is, do I want to go all the way through till 1? You know what? I'm going to call it here. I probably have another hour to an hour and a half left on this DLC, even with my current build. So, yeah, I'm going to pause here. We're going to pick this back up. I've been streaming for about... Oh, the boring gun. It's not one of my favorites, but yeah. So, I'm going to go ahead and call it here. I want to say good morning, good afternoon, good night, whatever time of day it is for you. I will be picking this back up tomorrow, Saturday morning. If you happen to be watching this on the YouTubers, go ahead and do the likey stuff and blah, 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 blah. And I hope to see you all you guys later. And as I always say, may joy be to every last one of you.